The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
For Penland, catch, shoot, three, up, and it swishes in. CP for three.
We're getting you set for game day with a countdown to tip-off, powered by the Appalachian Electric Cooperative.
Rogers at the free throw line, kicks it out. Alvey into the left corner. Weichel three. Butter. Braylon Weichel flaming hot from the outside.
Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilight, dream big with Gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burke Tar Stadium Press Box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Now, here's the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
We welcome you to Holt Fieldhouse here in Jefferson City, Tennessee, as Carson-Newman matches up with a ranked team for the fifth time this season. Number 14, Coker, is in town to face off against the Lady Eagles in what is a battle between two teams tied for first place in the South Atlantic Conference. Good afternoon on this Friday afternoon from Holt Fieldhouse. The second straight week, Carson-Newman and the South Atlantic Conference as a whole is going to go Wednesday, Friday with its games out of its normal Wednesday, Saturday schedule because of a winter storm potentially working its way through again the southeast and much of the country as well. And so Carson-Newman and Coker matching up here on this Friday afternoon, second straight weekend. The Lady Eagles will compete on a Friday. Last week went very well, and Carson-Newman has played very well in the month of January. They're averaging 93 a game, and by far it is the best scoring month in the Mike Mincy era and in the program's history. They're making nearly 50% of their shots this month, which is 10% higher than it shot in November and December. The Lady Eagles have scored 80 or more in 6 of the 7 games this month and have reached the 100-point mark 3 times this month, including in back-to-back games. And Carson-Newman puts its 5-game winning streak up against a Coker team that has won 14 straight. Against Carson-Newman, going to put up its 14-game home winning streak and go up against a Coker team that is 16-3 and has won 3 straight entering this game. 5th time this year, the Lady Eagles will play against a ranked team. They're 2-2 with one of those 2 losses to Coker, and it's also the 3rd time this year that Mike Mincy's team will play the 14th rated team and the Women's Basketball Coaches Association poll. And Carson-Newman's won 5 straight against ranked opponents in this building. This is the Eagle Sports Network on the AEC Countdown to Tip-Off as we get you set for this first place matchup between Carson-Newman and Coker. The Cobras have won 3 of the last 4 in this series. More on the series history when we return to the Eagle Sports Network here at Holt Fieldhouse. We'll hear from head coach Mike Mincy. He dissects that first meeting with the Cobras and what his group has done well this month and how they can continue a high-scoring and an efficient month of January. All that and much more returns when we come back here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Our pregame conversation with head coach Mike Mincy heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeandeagles.com/Eagle Club.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
All right, Andrew Rogers back here on the AEC Countdown to Tip-Off as Carson-Newman gets ready for another matchup with the Coker Cobras, a ranked Coker team, fifth time this year that Carson-Newman will face off against a ranked team here with head coach Mike Mincy on the Eagles Sports Network. Coach, another good offensive performance. Been accustomed to saying that this month of January. You and I talked about it before we started this interview. Probably the best, and it is the best scoring month this program has ever had. You're averaging nearly 93 a game, and you're very efficient from the field. Another good result on the offensive end Wednesday. How have you seen this team continue to build and stack offensive performances to lead to another long winning streak and extend this home winning streak?
You know, it's just kind of, I don't know how to answer it. I guess it's just kind of happened organically, I guess. You know, we started off the semester not really good offensively at Francis Marion. And then from that point on, you know, we've been on fire, and it's just been a contagious type thing through all of us. I think, you know, we settled on our starting lineup. We kind of settled on our rotation, even though the minutes differ on the bench players based off who's making an impact that particular day. But, you know, it all gets a little comfy. You know, we've got a lot more confidence in certain players coming off the bench. I think the starting group has learned to work together, and then the mixed lineups and that kind of thing. And, I mean, you know, I didn't expect to be at this point, to be honest with the way we started the year off. But the way we practice and how we work on certain things and get up and down the floor, I certainly think has paid dividends.
Looking at this matchup, lost by 8 at third place, did not play well offensively. Still early in the year, obviously, at that point, 64-56 loss. And that's been Coker's theme, I think, defensively. They've been one of the stronger teams. I think they lead the league in points per game, fewest allowed in the league. Opponents have struggled, but some opponents have had success. LMU-LR beat them this regular season and had success on offense. So what does your team need to do offensively to have a better performance this time around against a Coker team here at home?
Yeah, you know, they've beaten us through the last four games. Obviously, our last meeting, you know, we did not play well at all. I made some bad coaching decisions in that game. You know, we started in the press. We got in foul trouble. We went zone. It was effective for a moment, and then it was really not effective in the third quarter, and that was my call to go to the zone, and they hit, 4 or 5 threes out of it. 4 threes out of the zone and one more. I think we went man in that third quarter, and that really is that was the run that separated the game, even though we got it back to 6 with the ball and then turned the ball over. But, you know, we gave Coker too many easy things that we talked about over at their place and still only lost by 8. But we didn't score enough points over there. We only played in the 50s to try to win. But, you know, here last year, obviously we played much better. And then the game in the NCAA tournament last year, you know, neither one of us shot the ball well in a 48-44 game. But I think, you know, the 2 losses that they've had, LR and LMU, have scored above 70. And both of those games, they had guards that got downhill and didn't settle for just trying to get threes, because Coker does a good job of taking your 3-ball away, which will put you on islands and isolations and things of that nature. And if you got slitherly guards that can get to the rim, then you can certainly make them pay.
Andrew Rogers chatting here with head coach Mike Mincy prior to this matchup with 14th rated Coker. You've won 5 straight here at home against ranked competition dating back a couple of years now. We've talked about the offense heading into this game. Your keys to this game, is it your offense operating well as it has this month, or is there something else you're identifying and telling the team ahead of this matchup, we need to do this well in order to leave Holt Fieldhouse on this Friday with a victory?
Well, when you're playing a team the caliber of Coker, there's a lot of things that come into place. That's not one thing that's going to take place. I think one, and I've already mentioned this, we can't give them just wide open looks at the rim, uncontested, out of transition. We did that to the tune of about 18 points. Those threes that they hit, they were unguarded, they were wide open. We can't do that. We can't put them at the free throw line like we did at times last year and a little bit this year. That's just on the defensive end. Kristen Knight has killed us. She's been a Carson-Newman killer. We got to do a much better job on her. And then from an offensive perspective, I look at Coker, and Coker wants to, I don't know how to describe it, like get you in a mud wrestling event or something. And if they can get you into the 50s and 60s, they have a really good shot at winning. Because at this point, they're winning games in the 60s and not having to get above 70. So, I feel like that we're a high-scoring team. They're a great defensive team. We're at home. We've been playing well from that matter. And I just think that if we're going to win, we've got to play like we normally do against good defensive teams and put some points on the board to be able to cover the win today.
All right, good luck today.
Thank you, Andrew.
That's the head coach, Mike Mincy. We're back for more when the AUC Countdown to Tip-Off returns here on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We're getting closer to tip-off.
Price picks it up, and Carson-Newman is the South Atlantic Conference Tournament champions.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network.
Power comes with not only having a voice, but knowing that it is heard. As part of an electric co-op, you're not just getting electricity, you're getting the power to have your voice heard and the opportunity to work together with your community to create a better tomorrow. Here, you're not just a customer, you're a member. AEC, empowering voices just like yours.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
All right, back courtside. Andrew Rogers, glad you're with us from Holt Fieldhouse as Carson-Newman plays its 20th game of the regular season. They're 15-4 up against Coker's 16-3 record, the best, tied for now, the best record in the Southeast region so far this season. This will be the 25th all-time meeting between these two programs. As you heard Coach Mincy say in his pregame conversation, the Cobras have won 3 of the last 4 and 4 of the last 6, including a visit to Holt Fieldhouse on February 25th of 2023. It was an 80-79 win on the final day of the regular season that year. Carson-Newman's lone win in the last 4 meetings was in this building March 1st to end the regular season last year. 75-54 the final score. And scoring, the theme for Carson-Newman. The Lady Eagles struggled in the first meeting to score. They were held to just 44 points in the NCAA tournament. And the Eagles have been able to score. They've been effective this year. And against Coker, as of late, the Lady Eagles lead the all-time series 18-6 and are 10-1 in this building against the Coker Cobras. Mike Mincy and his group trying to win a 6th straight and a 15th straight at home. That wraps up the AEC countdown to tip-off, Eagle fans. Eagle fans, AEC is your local electric co-op, service you can trust, value you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek, where AEC powering what matters most. Starting lineups, an opening tip from Holt Fieldhouse between two first-place teams is after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This
Goes up with the right hand, scores, and one.
Is Carson-Newman women's basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
To Weichel, top of the key three for Braylon's up, swished in. Braylon Weichel from downtown gives Carson-Newman the lead back.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, Fresh Ideas, by the Eagle Club, First Bank, by Magaha Electric, Inner Digital, by Food City, by the Eagle Shop, Tri-Light, by Premier Building Maintenance, by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, by the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen. Now back to the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
All right, back courtside is Carson-Newman and Coker are set to clash for the second and final time this regular season. Let's meet Coker's starting lineup. They are led by the reigning SAC Coach of the Year. Melissa DeVore led her team to a Southeast Regional title last year and an Elite Eight appearance, first for the program in its history. And in her 87 career wins goes up against a Carson-Newman team today led by Mike Mincy, who has 302 wins. He's the second winningest coach in the conference. Here's Coker's starting lineup. They've got the reigning player of the year in the league as well. Shantiana Tillman's a senior guard from Columbia, South Carolina, averaging 19 points per game, second most in the league. Kiana Stanley, she'll come off the bench in this game. It's Jakia Brunson, a junior guard from Goldsboro, North Carolina. She plays 17 minutes a game, averages 4 points. Also in the backcourt is a 5'6" senior from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Kristen Knight, 8 points per game, 55 assists. She had 17 points and 10 assists in the first meeting between these two teams. Also the backcourt, a 5'8" junior from Roebuck, South Carolina, Dacia Ferguson. This will be her fifth start of the year, 18 minutes per game so far with 8 points per game. And the lineup rounds out with a 6'2" graduate student forward from Valley Stream, New York, Janae Legonier. She shoots 58% from the field. Carson-Newman's lineup will be the same as it was on Wednesday. No changes for Mike Mincy, but Chloe Heath is in uniform and will play today, so she'll be back after a 2-game absence because of an ankle injury. But Sybil Penland stays in Carson-Newman's starting lineup. She's joined by senior guards Jennifer Sullivan and Emily Gonzalez, alongside junior forwards Keely Rogers and Maddie Knuckles. So fourth different lineup this year. Second straight game, those are the five for CN, who takes the floor in the home whites. Coker is in the visiting blue. It reads Cobras across the front of the uniform in white, outlined in blue. The number is in gold below Cobras across the front, and the number's also on the back of the uniform as well. Knuckles and Legonier are at the center jump circle. The ball is in the air. Knuckles wins the tip, swats it to Rogers, and we're underway in hold. Keely Rogers dribbling right to the basket. Dribbles to the block, now dribbles out and finds Knuckles, who pump fakes a shot, drives to the basket. Right-hand layup is up and good. A determined drive, 12 seconds in. Knuckles takes it to the rim, and the Lady Eagles have the early lead, 2-0. 20 seconds in, Kristen Knight around a screen, left-hand dribble. She's a left-handed point guard. Dribbles with her right now at the top of the key. Right hand in and out dribble around a screen. Pick and roll to the basket. Deflected away by Gonzalez, and a steal for the Lady Eagles. Penland up with it and gives it back to Emily. Left to right go the Lady Eagles. Knuckles wide open. Right hand layup from the right block is good. All 4 of Carson-Newman's points by Knuckles. 40 seconds in. Lady Eagles off and running here. Defense to offense in transition. Knight dribbles to the wing. Throw it baseline. Legonier. Dribbling at the baseline. Backing down Knuckles. Fadeaway shot with the right hand flipped in by Janae Legonier. Her first basket. 4-2. 60 seconds in. Gonzalez races into the front court against Coker's full court pressure defense. Emily dribbling inside the arc. Cut off, now skip out to Rogers. Keeley puts it on the floor. Crossover dribble, now spins in the lane. Looks for a back cutting Gonzalez. It's not there. She now dribbles outside the arc, finds a cutting Penland who catches, flips it up, missed it. It hit the side of the backboard, and it's rebounded by Legonier. She'll bring it up the floor right to left, dribbling to the head of the key. Crossover dribble, met by 2, loses it, regains possession, and now fires it to Knight. Knight around his screen. Lefty dribbling left on Gonzalez. Gives it to Ferguson, who turns down the 3. Right-hand dribble to the elbow. Fadeaway shot up, and it goes in and out. Rebound to flex around. Knuckles can't save it along the baseline. It'll stay with Coker with 8:16 to go first quarter, and it will make its first sub of the contest. It'll be Cadence Walker-Lee into the game for the Cobras, so an early change, and Legonier will leave the floor. 8:17 on the clock. Couple extra seconds ran off there, so they add 30 seconds. Now the Cobras inbound to Walker-Lee at the elbow. Back to the basket. Waits for a handoff. Sullivan blows it up, but a foul call. Stepped in there to deflect the ball away, but Sullivan barreled over Tillman to get there. And Jen commits the game's first foul at the 8:05 mark. – 4-2. Coker will inbound far sideline. Inbound to Walker-Lee. Left side, it's in the hands of Walker-Lee. Now gives it back to Tillman around a pick-and-roll screen. Driving to the basket. Flips it up too strong. Offensive rebound. Walker-Lee. A power dribble. Goes up. Gets blocked at the rim by Penland. And Carson-Newman collects it along the baseline. A Penland block, and now Carson-Newman goes the other way. Sullivan walks it up the floor with a right-hand dribble. Coming off a career-high 33. Pick and pop with Knuckles. Shot not there for her. She crosses over with a dribble. Now gives it to Penland left wing. Sybil dribbling the basketball. Goes to the basket. Stops. Pivots. Gives to Gonzalez, who cuts. Gives it to Knuckles at the baseline. Her shot's up and swished in. All 6 of Carson-Newman's points are by Maddie Knuckles. And the Lady Eagles lead again by 4, 2.5 minutes in. Knight, the point guard, has the basketball. Dribbling at the CN logo. Cobras trying to set up a half-court set here. Knight lobs it, elbow catch, Walker-Lee. Has it swatted away, goes right to Tillman in the right corner. She pump fakes a 3. Into the lane, floats one up from 4 feet, got it blocked, and Sullivan's there for the rebound. 2 players down behind the play, 1 for each team. It's an even break for the Lady Eagles in transition. Rogers a rip-through layup, no. Penland offensive rebound, stick back too strong. Cobra's rebound. Good offense in transition, just unable to collect the basket. Transition, Brunson lines up along 3 and bangs it in. Jakia Brunson, just a 20% three-point shooter, knocks down that one in transition and snaps a scoring drought of more than 2 minutes for the Cobras. 6:05, 6:40 to go first quarter. Gonzalez right to the basket, right-hand layup, missed it. It falls off the front of the iron and rolls off. Cobras can take their first lead in transition. Ferguson inside the arc, bounce it underneath and a turnover. Too far out in front for Walker-Lee, and it's Coker's second turnover, and they're making 2 changes. Yasmin Cook, a redshirt sophomore, that averages 10 points per game, is up off the bench, and as is Courtney Taylor, a sophomore guard from High Point, North Carolina. So 3 bench players already on the floor from Melissa DeVore's team. Carson-Newman still has its starting 5 out there. Cobras play some full court man, and now will lighten up a little bit as Gonzalez brings it across the timeline. Going right to the basket. Right-hand layup is up and in, and 1. Redemption for Emily around the screen and roll. Missed her layup on the last possession. Finishes this one, plus a little contact, and a 3-point play opportunity coming. Foul charged to Walker-Lee, and she'll exit the floor, and Legonier's back out there. So the first team foul on the Cobras here. comes at the 6:19 mark, and Gonzalez, the first Lady Eagle, not named Maddie Knuckles, to score. And Gonzalez's free throw rolls off the iron, no good. Chloe Heath entered after that whistle as well, so her first action in more than a week here. Tillman dribble handoff with Cook. Now to the ball swung to Ferguson. Drawn dribble and a handoff for Taylor around his screen. Pick and pop with Ferguson. She turns down the three. Gives it back to Taylor way out front. Pump fakes a three, drives inside. Stops, pivots, forces one up. Knuckles blocks the shot and rebounds the ball. The junior forward brings it into the front court, dribbling the ball. Now hands to Sullivan. Jen, right hand dribble, goes between the legs now. Left hand dribble to the elbow. Stops at the foul line, still dribbling. Spin move in the lane. Kicks it out, Gonzalez. Gonzalez, left wing. One dribble, now a pass into the high post. Knuckles going to work on Taylor. Lost it on the way up, and it's a turnover. Carson-Newman's first turnover at the 5:35 mark in this first quarter. Lady Eagles give it back to Coker, and C ends up by 3. Tillman, the reigning conference player of the year, coming off a 28-point performance. Hands off for Taylor. Now Tillman gets a return pass from Ferguson around his screen. Pulls up from 14 and missed it. Defensive rebound, Maddie Knuckles. Knuckles outlets the ball, cross court. Gonzalez, Eagles in transition, find a cutting Heath. One power dribble, and she hits the floor. And we've got a jump ball, and the arrow favors Coker. Well, of all things to occur there, a jump ball was interesting. And so that is the whistle. It's a held ball. Arrow favors Coker. So back-to-back CN turnovers, gives it back to the Cobras. Tillman, top of the key, around his screen. Free throw line, drive inside. Flips it up, off glass and in. Good drive on the pick and roll by Tillman. We're halfway through the first. And Coker's back within one, 8-7. Gonzalez quickly into the front court. Crossover dribble, driving to the basket. Cut off by Taylor, trying to back her down. Flips it up, and it misses, but a foul called. 4:52 to go first quarter. We have our first media break. Carson-Newman's made 4 of its first 8 shots. Maddie Knuckles has made all 3 of hers. And the Lady Eagles up by 1 with 4:52 to go first quarter. Back for more Lady Eagles hoops and a ranked matchup with Coker after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
It's an 8-7 lead for Carson-Newman's Lady Eagles in a matchup with 14th rated Coker here on the Eagles Sports Network. Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back. Courtside to Holt Fieldhouse. Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you're hungry, reach for Domino's. You can get large one-topping pizzas for $6.99 if you use your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Emily Gonzalez out of the timeout is back to the free throw line, and she will shoot 2 after drawing a foul on Courtney Taylor. It is her first and Coker's second team foul in the opening frame. Gonzalez at the strike. First one from the right-handed senior is up and in to make the score 9-7. Good matchup here today. These two teams do things that clash in this game. Carson is the best three-point shooting team in the league statistically. Coker's the best defensive team and the best three-point defensive team in the league as Gonzalez makes both, and both are very good rebounding teams. So a lot of numbers we'll dissect through this one that could mean a lot, and the difference could be the difference in this game. Legenauer faces up from 8 feet. Pump fakes the shot on Heath. Spins around her, puts a shot up, and is fouled. Missed the bunny underneath, but Heath fouled her. And the freshman from Maryville, Tennessee, commits her first and the team's second here in the opening quarter. Foul shots for Janae Leganier. She is 67% for the year. spins the basketball in her hands, bends the knees, and the first one's up and in. 10-8. Only one three-point shot has been attempted here in this first quarter, and Coker made it. Legenauer at the stripe. Second one is in the air. This one looks good, and it is good. 10-9. She makes both. She's got 4. And both teams will make a sub here at the whistle. Carly Hayworth gets her first action on the floor, and returning is Kristen Knight. 4:39 to go first quarter. Full court pressure here by Coker. Keely Rogers will inbound as Gonzalez gets open on the inbound. Runs around Cook up the sideline. Now stops her momentum to bring it across the timeline with a crossover dribble. Emily to the head of the key, gives to Keely Rogers. Rogers, a right-hand dribble inside the arc. Skip past Carly Hayworth, top of the key. Carly crosses over, fakes a dribble handoff, needs help, picks the dribble up, looking, bounces it for Rogers with 10 at the head of the key. Keely looks up at the clock. Right-hand dribble, goes behind the back of the foul line, spinning in the lane now. Met by 2, flips it up, got blocked, and Coker rebounds underneath. It's picked up by Cook, and she brings it the other way. Yasmin Cook inside the arc transition, right to the rim, flips it up and in, and Coker has its first lead, 11-10, 4 to play, first frame. Rogers brings it up the floor for Carson-Newman. Crossover dribble with the right hand, goes to the basket, flips it up high off the window, missed it. Legenauer the rebound. Outlet pass to Tillman, numbers for the Cobras. One hand pass to Cook in transition, left hand layup is good. Timeout Carson-Newman. 3:41 to go first quarter, and the Cobras have rattled off back-to-back baskets, that last one in transition. They've held Carson-Newman to no baskets in nearly 3 minutes, and it's a mini 6-0 burst here out of the media break to force Carson-Newman into its first timeout. 13-10, 3:41 to go first quarter. Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop. They are the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. They're located in the MSAC Grand Hall, and the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel. You can get brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. Visit them online as well at eagleshop.cn.edu. 3:41 to go first quarter. Carson-Newman is scoreless, has not made a basket, rather, in 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Started the game 4 of 8. Maddie Knuckles made 3 of Carson-Newman's first 4 shots. But since, the Lady Eagles have gone with just 1 basket and have not scored a field goal in 3 minutes. They're 4 of 10 from the field. Gonzalez transition, goes right to the basket, hangs in the air, missed the shot underneath. Good defense by Cook, and Knight rebounds for Coker. Cobras trying to extend this mini run that's 6-0 with the ball. Left-hand dribble by Knight to the elbow. Pulls up, mid-range shot is up, and it gets the friendly roll. 15-10, 3:15 to go first quarter. It's an 8-0 run by Coker. Eagles inbound it to Gonzalez. She brings it into the front court and gives to Sullivan. Sullivan a jab step. She pump fakes a 3, going to the basket and loses it on the way up as Tillman pokes it away after getting beat off the bounce. Back taps Sullivan to force the ball out of bounds. First action of the day for Caroline Hill. Emily Gonzalez gets her first rest. Coker's bringing Deja Ferguson back in, and Yasmin Cook will exit. Cook, good minutes off the bench for her. She's made both of her field goals, and Coker quietly has rattled off 4 straight makes from the field. Ladd, head of the key, gives to Sullivan around his screen. Now Jen uses a Chloe Heath ball screen, steps back for a 3-pointer. It's up and swished in. Coker wanted an offensive foul, but Sullivan put Tillman on the ground and has her first triple. Ferguson reverses to Johnson, or check that, Knight. Knight around a double screen. Left-hand dribble. Legenauer resets a screen at the head of the key. Looks for Tillman, gives it to underneath at the block, floats a shot up and in. 17-13. Coker's made its last 5 shots and is shooting above 50% from the field. Back to a 4-point Cobras lead. Hayworth around a ball screen, dribbling at the wing, hands off Madeline Ladd. Ladd looking, dribbles a couple of times, fakes a handoff with Sullivan. Now looks for a cutter and gives to Hayworth. Carly pump fakes a 3, now whips it into the paint for Chloe Heath. Backing down, Legenauer goes up, gets blocked. Leganier the block, and she's running in transition, 3-on-2. Knight throws it inside. Legenauer catches, shoots, and scores, and 1. Coker's bench fired up as Leganier in transition finishes after the blocked shot, and the lead extends to 6. The Cobras have made their last 6 shots in this first quarter. Chloe Heath exits, and in comes Abigail Johnson. 19-13. Ligoniers got 6 points. Trying to add onto it here with a 3-point play opportunity and does not. Missed the free throw in and out. Ladd rebounds and carried the basketball. Tried a one-handed pass up the sideline, and there was no pass there. Tried to keep dribbling and turned it over. So Carson-Newman's third turnover, and the momentum continues to stay with a Coker team that is shooting 57% from the field and is holding Carson-Newman to 38% shooting in this first quarter. 2:02 to play. Tillman inbounds. Left baseline. Lob it to Ligonier. Gives it back to Tillman around a screen. In the left corner, she now dribbles middle on Sullivan. Pulls up for a jump shot. Missed it. Sullivan rebounds. Sullivan hounded in the backcourt by Tillman and brings it across half court. Good battle here between two of the best guards in the conference. Sullivan going to work against Tillman. Stops backdoor cut by Ladd, and she lost it. It's deflected by Coker out of bounds. 101 seconds left in the first quarter. Maddie Knuckles will return to the floor, and Jen will get her first rest. Tillman will also get her first rest. So both teams taking out their all-SAC guards. Two players that are going to be up there for Player of the Year honors as well. They both exit with 100 seconds left. Inbound Knuckles, right wing. She catches, faces, gives to Ladd. Ladd a ball fake. Now she dribbles inside the arc, pulls it back outside, and gives to Caroline Hill at the wing. 7 to shoot. Caroline Hill around a screen, pops a 3, misses it left. Ligonier had the rebound, and then Johnson swatted it away. And it's Carson-Newman ball. One official has Coker ball, though, so they're going to discuss it. And they'll keep it with Carson-Newman. The official, I think, thought Johnson on her swing with the ball tipped it off Ligonier. And the shot clock will reset to 20. $1:28 to go first quarter. Carson-Newman ball, inbound left elbow, Knuckles the catch. She's made all 3 of her shots, and her 4th one is up and misses off the back iron. Rebound Brunson. Outlet pass to Christian Knight. She brings it into the front court with a left-hand dribble. Goes in and out, driving around Caroline Hill. Kicks it out. Ferguson pump fakes a free throw line shot. Puts one up, forced it, and missed it. Knuckles rebounds, her 4th of the quarter. Hill in transition. Right-hand dribble going to the basket. Finishes through contact. 19-15, Caroline Hill with Carson-Newman's just second make from the field in its last 8 attempts. 4-point game, less than a minute to go first quarter. Cobras have made 6 of their last 8. Carson-Newman's defense finished this quarter well. Ferguson fadeaway shot from 8 feet is good. That is Deja Ferguson's game right there. A fadeaway mid-range jumper. Her first basket, and it's 21-15. 8-second difference between the clocks here with 35 and counting to play in the first. Hayworth brings it across half court. Johnson sets a screen. Hayworth hesitates, drives inside. Left-hand flip shot is short. Ligonier rebounds. 22 seconds. Outlet pass goes to Taylor. Cobras can hold for 1 if they want. Brunson gives it to the trailing Knight, and they will. They'll pull it out and give to Knight. She dribbles at the CN logo. 10 seconds. Knight, left-hand dribble. Around a Ligonier's screen. Inside the arc, gives it to the rolling Ligonier. 1 dribble, now a skip past Taylor. 3 seconds. She pump fakes. Step back 3 is up. No good. Knuckles rebounds for the 5th time in the quarter, and it brings the first quarter to an end. Coker's offense dominates the first quarter. They missed 6 of their first 9, but they make 7 of their last 9 and lead Carson-Newman by 6, 21-15. After 10 minutes of basketball between 2 first-place teams in the South Atlantic Conference. We bring you the second quarter after these messages along the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.com eagleshop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
All right, back at Hope Fieldhouse where Carson-Newman trails at the end of one, 21-15 against 14th-rated Coker. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years is Magaha Electric. They're the perfect choice for all your electrical projects, and you can visit them online at magahaelectric.com for all your electric contracting needs. Magaha Electric is your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. Carson-Newman ball trying to win its 6th straight game at home against a ranked team. The Eagles move left to right here in the second. Rogers faces around a Knuckles screen. They give it to her now at the top of the key. Knuckles around a ball screen set by Rogers. Gives it back to Keeley at the top of the key. She dribbles around a Knuckles screen. Driving right, nothing there. Reversed back to Caroline Hill. She jab steps, goes around a Knuckles screen. Now spins inside, goes to the basket and flips it in with the left hand. 4 points off the bench for Caroline Hill. And Carson-Newman's within 4 after the first possession of the second. Knight dribbling out front. Hands off. The catch made by Brunson. Now gives it to Legonier. Fumbles the catch. Now gives it to Courtney Taylor, left wing. Around a screen. She stops. Now reverses to Brunson. And to the right side for Knight. Shot clock nears 8. Knight pulls up. Right elbow shot up. And it gets the roll. Kristen Knight plays very well against Carson-Newman throughout her career. She's got 4 points and 3 assists already. And it's back to a 6-point Coker lead as Gonzalez drives inside. Loses it on the way up. And it's a turnover. Number 4. By Carson-Newman. Ferguson transition gives to Taylor. Taylor, after a near steal, drives inside, cut off by Gonzalez, and now hands to Knight. Timeout Coker. Melissa DeVore didn't like how things were operating there in that half-court sequence. And it'll also send us to a break. 8:47 to go in the second quarter. It is Carson-Newman trailing Coker 23-17. Both teams have traded baskets in the opening possessions of the second. Back for more from Holt after this.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Carson-Newman down by 6 with 8:47 to play in the opening half from Holt. Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region can offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen is the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. All right, both teams back out on the floor. We're ready for play, and Carson-Newman trails by 6. They do need the second horn before play can be in, and now we are ready to go. Ferguson inbounds to Tillman. Shot clock is under 20 as Coker resets out of the timeout. Cook has the basketball, now gives to Tillman. Tillman around a ball screen, or rejects it, didn't dribble yet. Guarded by Rogers, they throw it inside to Legonier, backing down Knuckles. Nice up and under move, but she missed the left-hand layup underneath, and Cook grabs the offensive rebound. Cook in the right corner dribbles the ball out front and gives to Ferguson. Tillman pops a left wing 3. It's up and too strong. Rebound collected by Gonzalez. She falls to the ground but maintains her dribble and gets back up to her feet. Skip ahead pass to Rogers, who drives right inside the arc. Collapsed underneath and turned over. Tillman gives it right back, though, and we've got a blocking foul, actually, as Tillman ran into Gonzalez, who was not set, trying to defend and poke the ball away from Tillman. So instead of a steal, it's a Carson-Newman foul, second of the quarter, and it's on Gonzalez. Or check that, first of the quarter. 8:08 to go until halftime. Coker ball after another Carson-Newman turnover. Number 5. One against a Coker defense that forces a decent bit per game. Just above half the average in the league. Tillman around a ball screen, fires another three. It's up and off to the right. Sybil Penland dives in there and grabs the defensive rebound, brings it up the floor left to right. She crosses half court, gives it off to Knuckles. Right wing three is in the air. It looks online, but it's too strong and goes right into the hands of Caroline Hill, who lobs it to Penland at the block. Penland tries to go up and under. It's not there. Looks for a pass and bounces to Caroline Hill. Hill, between the legs dribble, is going to pop a three from the head of the key, and it swishes in. Caroline Hill has her first triple. That's Carson-Newman's second. She's got a game-high 7, and Carson-Newman's within 3. Tillman has the basketball, head of the key. Throw it inside, and it's poked away, but Legonier recovers at the elbow. Rips through, dribbling right, fakes a spin move, now goes up and under, shot not there, kicks it out to Tillman. She drives it, closeout, flips it up, and too strong. Rebounded by Penland. They kick it ahead. Caroline Hill, instead of taking a layup, she'll drive to the left wing for 3, left it short. Offensive rebound, Rogers, bounce it, Hill, one more, Penland. She bobbled it and pulls it out. Penland bounce pass to Knuckles, and it's out off Carson-Newman. A couple of chances there in transition, but Carson-Newman cannot pay off the defense to offense. And Coker gets it back on Carson-Newman's 6th turnover. Coopers bring Kristen Knight back into the game along with Courtney Taylor. Carson-Newman counters and brings Jennifer Sullivan back into the game. Whistles blow. We've got Taylor needing to retie her shoe across the court. Now she's ready to roll. 6:55 to go second quarter. It's Coker 23, Carson-Newman 20. Cougars have led since a first quarter 8-0 scoring run. They have not scored in 2.5 minutes here in the second. Still lead by 3, though, as they bounce it for Legonier at the elbow. Skip pass left wing catch for Tillman against Sullivan. Tillman driving right around his screen. Met by Knuckles. Skip it to Taylor left wing. She pump fakes a 3. Gives it back to Tillman with 7 at the wing. Tillman pump fakes, driving middle. Lillian oop over Knuckles and finishes through contact. No call. Tillman finishes with a left-hand scoop shot for her 6th point. And it is 25-20. They're doubling Gonzalez, and she's fouled in the backcourt by Taylor. First team foul, it's on Courtney Taylor, and that is her 2nd. So first player in this game with 2 fouls is the sophomore Taylor from High Point, North Carolina. One of their better bench players will stay out there. Tillman's going to come out of the game, and they bring Deja Ferguson back in. So Ferguson enters for Tillman, who walks to the end of the bench. As the Eagles inbound at the backcourt to Gonzalez. Tillman holding her left hand right now. 25-20, Eagles basketball, shooting 38% so far. Gonzalez inside the arc, right-hand dribble, a handoff for Knuckles. She stops, dribbling the basketball inside the arc, left side. Crossover dribble on Legonier, goes to the basket, and is called for an offensive foul. Lowered the shoulder, and Maddie Knuckles commits her first foul, and Carson-Newman's 7th first-half turnover. Knuckles missed the shot anyway underneath, but may have had a chance for an offensive rebound. Regardless, 4 minutes in Coker basketball, they forced another turnover. That's the 4th by the Lady Eagles here in the last 3 minutes of this second frame. Kristen Knight, top of the key, left-hand dribble around a pick-and-roll screen. Walker Lee not open. Now Knight goes to work, crossover dribble, jump shot up and in. Kristen Knight, perfect from the field, 6 points, 3 assists. It's back to a 7-point Coker lead. Carson-Newman quickly down the floor. Sullivan 3 is swished in. She's only taken 2 shots, but Jen's made both of them. She's got 6, and Carson-Newman trails by 4. 5.5 to go second quarter. Knight the other way, hands off for Taylor. Left-hand dribble and a handoff for Ferguson, who is called. No, we've got an offensive foul. Taylor set an illegal screen, bumping into Penland, who was trying to fight through it, and it's Courtney Taylor's 3rd foul. 5:23 to go second quarter, and Kiana Stanley, a senior guard from Wichita, Kansas, is going to come into the game for the first time. So out goes Taylor. She's fouled 3 times in 7 minutes off the bench. Eagles inbound to Gonzalez. 5:20 to go second quarter. Carson-Newman's been within 3 in this frame, but no closer. Gonzalez hands off for Sullivan. Triple threat position, now gives it to Knuckles, who gives it back to Jen. Top of the key 3 is up, and it rolls around off the iron, no good. Offensive rebound. Tipped out by Ferguson, who was battling with Penland underneath. Carson-Newman keeps it with 5 minutes and 8 seconds to play in our second quarter. We've already had our media break, so it could be a long extended sequence here in the frame as Carson-Newman nearly turned it over in the inbound. Sullivan ends up with it, floats it up off glass, too strong. Offensive rebound, Sullivan. Second chance opportunity. Caroline Hill around a pick and roll screen, stops, gives it to a pick and pop. Knuckles 3 in the air, swish! Maddie Knuckles continues to play well here in the first half. She has her first three and her 9th point, and Carson-Newman's within one. Carson-Newman's 4th triple of the first half. They hadn't taken one in the first 7 minutes of the game. Knight dribbling out front, trying to set the set here. Halfway through the sequence of this possession, they give it to Walker Lee at the elbow. Walker Lee dribbling, and it's blown up. It's deflected out off of who? Nobody's making a call, and they'll say jump ball, and it stays with Coker. None of the officials knew what to do. And the clock kept running as well, so they'll have to figure out how much should be on the clock. And they have decided it's a held ball. None of the three officials could figure out whose ball it was, so they go to the tie-up. Arrow does favor Coker. And they'll reset the clock here. They're not going to the monitor check. They'll just set it to 4:36, and the shot clock will be at 8 seconds. So Coker will have 8 seconds to shoot. And the arrow is going to switch back to Carson-Newman. Inbound to Knight. Knight around his screen, elbow shot. They got partially blocked. Walker Lee has it. It goes out of bounds off of Carson-Newman. So there's 1 second on the shot clock. Cobras will inbound. Cobra is trying to sub, and they're going to bring Legonier into the game for Walker Lee. She's had a good game. Legonier has 5 rebounds, has a couple of baskets as well. They'll bring her 6'2" presence in here with 1 second on the shot clock. Cook. Oh, the shot clock ran, so the inbound play won't count. Clock ran early. Couple of clock malfunctions here in this opening half of play from Holt Fieldhouse. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. You can visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services. InterDigital's laser-focused on your success. All right, Coker has the ball. They'll try to inbound it again with 1 second on the shot clock. They inbound it. Cook to Stanley. Her three's up and airballed. Shot clock violation. So all that just for a shot clock violation. And it's Carson-Newman ball. 5th Coker turnover. And the Lady Eagles can regain the lead here. It'll be their first lead of the quarter as they bring the ball up the floor against the full court pressure. Gonzalez races into the front court. Right-hand dribble going right to the basket. Gets blocked and fouled. Legonier came down with her arms instead of staying straight up and is called for her first foul and Coker's 3rd foul of the frame. Gonzalez free throws for Carson-Newman, who's down 1 with 4:19 to play in the opening frame. Gonzalez first free throw. It's in the air, and it's swished in. 27 all. Carson-Newman's free throws have been taken only by Gonzalez. She's made 3 of her 4, and now 4 of her 5. Sub for the Cobras as well. Shantiana Tillman went out of the game, and she's got tape on her left hand, and now comes back into the game. Two free throws good. It's 28-27 with 4:10 to go, with Coker moving right to left. Knight has the ball at the right wing. Knight, right-hand dribble, stops, lobs to the baseline, Legonier. Legonier gives it to Tillman, right wing, guarded by Sullivan. Legonier sets the screen for Tillman, who goes to the basket, pick and roll, pass deflected and stolen. Good defense by Sybil Penland and Carson-Newman. They force Coker into its 6th turnover. Reverse to Sullivan, right wing. She wants a knuckles screen. Goes around it. Tillman goes under the screen. It's an air ball from Sullivan around the screen, and Cook rebounds. Transition. Cook cut off. Gonzalez steals the ball. 2-on-2. Knuckles trailing the play. Drives. Floats one up from 5 feet. Missed it. Rebound. Cook, and she's fouled. A couple good chances there for the Lady Eagles. But they can't pay it off, trying to extend an 8-0 run. Instead, it's a foul on Caroline Hill. Carson-Newman's 3rd of the quarter and the 1st on Hill. So Carson-Newman's gone on an 8-0 run here in this 2nd quarter, and Coker has not scored in more than 2 minutes, and they've turned it over 4 times during this scoring drought. 3:20 to go second quarter. Knight, the point guard, gives to Ferguson, guarded by Penland. Deja, jab steps, drives middle, pulls up from the free throw line, and buries the jump shot. Second basket for Deja Ferguson, and Coker goes back in front by 1. Approaching 3 to play in the first half. Gonzalez drives to the basket, left-hand dribble, flips it up and in, and 1. Emily Gonzalez just beat her defender off the bounce, got around her, and finished through the contact with a left hand from the left side, and a three-point play opportunity coming as Cook committed the foul, her first. Got in bad position there defensively, and Gonzalez used her speed to get around Yasmin Cook for the finish underneath. Lady Eagles back up by 1. 3:05 to go in the second quarter, and Gonzalez back to the line where she's lived in this first half. She's got 4 of 5. She's gone 4 of 5 from the line, now 5 of 6. 3-point play complete. She's got 9, and Carson-Newman's lead is 2. Knight brings the ball up the floor, right to left. Top of the key screen set. She drives left and bounces for Tillman, who pump fakes the 3, goes behind the back, loses the dribble, recovers, running shot up and too strong. Rebound deflects around. It's loose in the painted area. Players on the floor, and the arrow favors Carson-Newman. It's a held ball. 2:46 in the half. And it's Carson-Newman basketball. Shot clock resets to 30, and Carson-Newman will have the ball. Another defensive stop here in this second quarter. They forced Coker into some turnovers. And they've held the Cobras to 4 of 11 shooting in the second quarter after allowing the Cobras to shoot 50% in the first. 2-point lead. Mike Mincy's group in front, trying to extend that advantage here on this trip. Gonzalez dribbling at the top of the key. Crossover dribble. Gets to the foul line. Back to the basket, guarded by Knight. They fire it to Sullivan, who goes backdoor. And Gonzalez finds Sullivan, who lays it in. The Bearden connection there. Sullivan's got her 8th point. And the lead up to 4 for CN. It's the largest of the day. Tillman around his screen. Right-hand dribble into the painted area. Kicks it out to Cook. She pump fakes a 3. Around his screen. Steps back for a 3 and missed it. Rebound fought for, and another jump ball. Penland leaped into the air. Her and Legonier got tied up for possession, and the arrow favors Coker this time. 2:10 to go. Gonzalez will leave the floor, and Hayworth enters with 2:10 left in the half. Inbound to Legonier, left elbow. Ball fake, now a handoff for Tillman. Pulls up for a jump shot, left it short. Defensive rebound, Maddie Knuckles. Her 6th rebound. She brings it up the floor, moving left to right. Gives it to Carly Hayworth, who will run the point duties here. She gives to Penland, right wing rather. Sybil spinning in the lane, tries to go up and under, got hit. No call. Knuckles reverses to Hayworth. Shot clock at 12. Carly around his screen. Top of the key 3 in the air. It's an air ball off to the left. Carson-Newman 4 of 10 from 3. After that miss. And it's back to Coker, who has seen Carson-Newman go on a 13-2 run over the last 4 minutes of this second quarter to flip the score in its favor. Legonier spins in the lane. Met by 2. Flips it up over Knuckles. No. Rebound Sybil Penland. She brings it up the floor for Carson-Newman. Right-hand dribble, pull-up shot, free throw line. Doesn't get the roll. Walker Lee rebounds. Or check that, Brunson rebounds. Shakia Brunson brings it front court and hands off for Kristen Knight. Knight, a right-hand dribble, now a crossover on Rogers. Left-hand dribble going to the basket. Gets blocked out of bounds by Rogers. A 5th block from Carson-Newman defensively. The first by Rogers will force the Cobras to inbound. Great recovery defensively by the junior Rogers. And just swats that thing out of bounds. Coker inbounds. They've missed their last 5 shots. Inbound at Knight. She faces in the corner. Now dribbles back out front. Gives it to Tillman, left wing. Sullivan jumps the passing lane, and it's deflected out. Good defensive play there by Sullivan. Her and Tillman have been all over each other in this first half. One all-conference guard guarding another throughout this first half. 64 seconds left in the quarter. Inbound to Tillman. Tillman around his screen, 7 to shoot. She goes to the basket, tries a pass. It's deflected and stolen, and a foul after the play. More great defense by Carson-Newman. Penland involved in the action. And it's the 5th team foul, so we'll trot 94 feet left to right to shoot Carson-Newman free throws. Fantastic individual defense and team defense there underneath. Sullivan, Penland, Knuckles all in there to force Coker into its 6th turnover in the last 5 minutes. Penland at the line. The freshman from Sevierville making her second career start. Misses the free throw off to the right. It's been about Carson-Newman's defense here to end this first half. Coker's made just one of its past 8 shots and has missed 5 straight. Next free throw up by Penland. Hits the back of the iron and misses. 2 misses at the stripe after the foul. Knight brings it up the floor right to left. Knight waves through a defender now. Hands off for Tillman. Now to Brunson, head of the key. Jakia faces and gives to Kristen Knight. Right wing. Off to Cook. Cook faces. Jab step. Left-hand drive to the basket is fouled. Carly Hayworth got beat off the bounce. And then trailing the play, tried to get back in front and fouled Yasmin Cook. Carly commits her first foul. And with 35.5 seconds to play in our first half, Yasmin Cook, a 70% foul shooter, is going to go to the stripe to shoot 2. The redshirt sophomore's first is good. 33-30. That snaps a near 3-minute scoring drought for the Cobras. Next free throw is in the air, and it's true as well. Both did not hit the rim. They were swished in. Carson-Newman can't hold for one, but is going to try to maybe run this thing down a lot to maybe force it to be one by the time Coker got it into the front court. Hayworth pump fakes, now hands off Rogers. Eagles running some offense here. Keeley, right-hand dribble, goes up and finishes through contact with a right-hand shot high off the window. Keeley's first field goal puts Carson-Newman back up 4. Coker ball, shot clock off, 10 seconds. Tillman against Sullivan around a screen. Tillman around the screen, drives on Knuckles. Wild shot, missed it. Rogers rebounds. 3, 2, 1. Rogers from beyond half court. Just short. It looked online, but Keeley leaves it a little short on her full or half court heave. And it brings us to the end of the first half. Carson-Newman's offense was shaky early. It made just 35% of its first quarter shots, but responded in the second. Made 3 threes and shot 47%. And on the other end, responded well defensively. Coker had a miserable time on offense in the second. They make just 25% of their shots and turned it over 5 times in a quarter that Carson-Newman wins 20-10 to lead 35-31 at the end of the first half. We'll break it all down with the Eagle Shop halftime report, which heads your way after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the Eagle Shop halftime report in 60 seconds. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
AEC is a distributor of Marathon energy-efficient water heaters. We offer 30-gallon to 105-gallon tanks. Marathon water heaters are durable, lightweight, and under warranty to not leak as long as you own your home. Foam insulation allows these thermal storage units to provide long-term temperature control. Marathon's lightweight tank is easier to maneuver and position, and the bowl-shaped tank bottom allows complete sediment drain. AEC, empowering efficiency.
It's halftime on the Eagle Sports Network. Highlights, a check of the Eagle Shop scoreboard, and stats are headed your way.
Euro step in the lane, shot up off glass. It falls in for Keely Rogers.
Now let's head back to the arena. Here's the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
All right, back courtside from Holt Fieldhouse. Carson-Newman have a strong second quarter, and that is why they lead at the break. It is 35-31 here in Jefferson City, Tennessee. If you're just joining us, it's Friday afternoon hoops here in Holt because of potential winter weather for the second straight week throughout this region and throughout many other states as well. So these two teams playing with one day off between Wednesday games. And Coker making the long trek from Hartsville, 6 hours away in this one. And they came out firing the first punches of this game. They led by 6 at the end of the first quarter, and mainly because of an 8-0 run that spanned 2 minutes, and their defense was strong in the first quarter. It was a back and forth first 5 minutes, but that 8-0 run created separation and allowed Coker to lead by 6 after one quarter. They held Carson-Newman to 35% shooting in the first, and that was the difference in that frame. In the second quarter, things would flip somewhat, but it took some time. Coker and Carson-Newman went back and forth and was a low-scoring start to the quarter. Both teams made just 2 baskets in the first 4 minutes, and the Cobras eventually opened up a 7-point lead after making back-to-back field goals just more than 4 minutes into the frame. But then Carson-Newman went on its scoring run of 8-0. Jen Sullivan and Maddie Knuckles hit back-to-back threes, and a couple of Gonzalez free throws made it 28-27. The run overall would be 13-2. And in the final 5.5 minutes, the Lady Eagles would outscore Coker 15-4 to end the first half. Carson-Newman's offense finished very well in the second quarter, scored 20 points, and shot 47% from the field, and held Coker to 5 turnovers in the second, and held him to 25% shooting as well to open up a 4-point advantage at halftime. Here's some statistical numbers that we wanted to talk about. Coker's the best rebounding team in the conference, but only by less than a rebound over Carson-Newman. Right now, Coker has a 2-board advantage. 2-board advantage, 22-20. But Carson-Newman has more second chance points despite more offensive rebounds from Coker. Coker's got 7 offensive rebounds, but no second chance points, while Carson-Newman's got 5 offensive rebounds and 6 second chance points. So even though the Lady Eagles are losing the battle on the boards, they've made up for it by getting some second chance opportunities, which has been beneficial. Coker has more points in the paint, but the key statistic that we talked about in the open was Carson-Newman's 3-point shooting up against the best field goal percentage defense in the conference and one of the best defending the 3. Carson-Newman found its shot a little bit in the second quarter from 3. They made 3 of their 8 threes, and overall 4 of 10 in that first half as well. Carson-Newman's defense, though, the story in that second quarter and leading the defensive charge has been Maddie Knuckles' 4 blocks. She is second in the league in blocks and has 4 in the first half, while Sybil Penland off the bench, a plus 13 in 13 minutes because of her 4 rebounds and 3 steals. She may not stand out right now statistically on the offensive end going 0 for 3, but she's doing other things that has increased Carson-Newman's chances to win this basketball game. She's been a plus 13 on the floor in that first half. Nobody's in double figures scoring-wise. Carson-Newman got 9 points from Maddie Knuckles and from Emily Gonzalez. They're both efficient from the field, while Gonzalez leads the club with 3 assists. Jen Sullivan has 8 points and has made a couple of threes in her 15 minutes on the floor. Coker has 4 players with 6 points. Janae Legonier has 6. Shantiana Tillman only has 6 points and is 3 of 13 from the field. Kristen Knight has 6 points, and as does Yasmin Cook off the bench for the Cobras as well. Carson-Newman got 7 points from its bench in Caroline Hill. She scored 7 points and is responsible for the only bench points for Carson-Newman in this game, who only has actually 5 players that have recorded a point in this contest. 35-31. Carson-Newman has the slim 4-point advantage thanks to a strong second frame here from Holt Fieldhouse. Carson-Newman trying to protect the 4th longest active home winning streak currently in Division II. They're undefeated this year, obviously, and they're up by 4 at the break. We'll tell you how things are going in the South Atlantic Conference today. 2 games already in the books. We'll tell you about those and much more when we return courtside to Holt after this.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeaneagles.com/Eagle Club.
A check of the SAC scoreboard is next. Stick around on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
The Eagles Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a scoreboard update. Now back to the arena.
All right, back courtside at Holt. Andrew Rogers, glad you're with us on this Friday afternoon, a busy Friday here on the banks of Mossy Creek. Could be busier. We had some cancellations, but we'll tell you about Carson-Newman baseball first as it played its season opener in 33-degree weather, but found a way against Charleston. Scored 6 runs in the 7th and 8th innings to defeat the Golden Eagles in a battle of Eagles. 9-4 was the final. Eagles had 10 hits to score 9 runs. Charleston was held to 6 hits and committed 3 errors defensively. Ryan Higgins, the winning pitcher, with 5 innings pitched. He struck out 5 in his return to the mound. Logan Floyd, Cole Nathan had multi-hit days for the Eagles offensively, and 5 different players had an RBI in the Game 1 victory. Game 2 will be a 7-inning game, and they're about to get underway over at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. In the South Atlantic Conference on the women's basketball side, Wingate goes to Tusculum today and wins 68-60. Good performance for the Bulldogs on the road to continue to stay with UVA Wise and others in the middle of the conference standings. The Bulldogs now 9-5. Lenore Ryan goes and puts 120 points on Emory and Henry. They win 120-70. The Bears will be tied for first place with whoever wins this game heading into the month of February, final month of the regular season. Anderson's up to at Marsdale in a battle of 2 teams that are on the outside looking in of the conference tournament picture. LMU is hosting Catawba today. The Rail Splitters are a game back of a tie for first place, and they're dominating the Indians right now. It's 45-17, 2 minutes into the third quarter. There's one game that will start at 4 o'clock. That's UVA Wise hosting Newberry. It's a 4 o'clock start. Wise is tied with Wingate for 5th in the league, while Newberry is just below those teams in 7th place as well. Carson-Newman has the halftime lead It is 35-31, and halftime leads have been important to Carson-Newman this season. It is 13-0 when leading at halftime, but this is tied for their smallest margin at halftime this season of just 4 points. We bring you the second half action from Holt Fieldhouse after these messages on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Into the front court, loses her dribble, kicks it out, right wing, three from Bergstrom is up and good! As the buzzer sounds to end the first half.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
All right, back courtside here from Holt Fieldhouse as Carson-Newman battles 14th rated Coker. We'll pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves here on the Eagles Sports Network. All right, Carson-Newman basketball right to left. It goes to begin the second half, and the clock did not start in time. So the Eagles about to get into a set. We'll regroup now prior to the restart of this second half. Tri-Light's your home team internet provider, Eagle fans, providing Jefferson City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you by visiting trilight.net. Rogers inbounds it back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez wearing a right knee brace now here in this second. All right, some padding on the right knee. Gives it to Knuckles for a three, and she swishes it in from the right wing. Great start to the half. Knuckles has 12. Her second triple increases Carson-Newman's lead to 7. This is Carson-Newman's biggest lead of the day. Kristen Knight, the point guard, lobs to Ferguson, right elbow. Driving on Penland, goes up and missed it. Rogers, the defensive rebound, and she's whacked and fouled. Another good individual defensive play by Sybil Penland. Rogers there to collect the miss, and then got fouled by Ferguson. Ferguson's first and Coker's first of the third. More strong defense from CN, who's relied on its high-powered offense for much of January. Defense has been okay at times, but not what it was early in the year. But it hasn't needed to be because how good the offense has been. Today, the defense has been good so far. Sullivan pops open for a three and left it off to the left. Rebound, fought for, and Knight collects finally in the backcourt. Lefty dribbles up the floor, gives it to Brunson. Throwing it inside, pass deflected and stolen. Maddie Knuckles there, her first steal. And she hands it off to Gonzalez. Gonzalez dribbles into the front court. Brunson trailing the play now. Emily drives right to the rim. Right-hand layup. She hangs in the air and finishes. 11 for Gonzalez, and Carson-Newman's lead is 9. It has the first 5 after halftime. Tillman wants a ball screen. Knight clips Sullivan, drives to the rim, flips it up with the right hand, missed it. Rogers the defensive rebound. Keeley rebounds and brings it up the floor after her 4th rebound. Rogers navigates transition offense, gives it back to Knuckles. Knuckles bounces the pass to Penland inside the arc. Right-hand dribble for the freshman to the foul line, pulls up for a jump shot, left it short. Rebound collected by Brunson. Brunson moves it left to right across midcourt. Fakes a jump shot, drives on Penland, spins, floats it up, and it goes in and out. Sybil rebounds the ball, her 5th board. Gonzalez has the ball, throw it ahead of the pack to Rogers along the baseline, who catches. Gives it back to Gonzalez. Top of the key 3, in the air. It's too strong. Rebound bounces into the hands of Knight, who gives it to Tillman in his foul. Rogers commits her first, and it's Carson-Newman's first of the 3rd quarter. Mike Mincy was pleading for a held ball there and didn't get it. Subs for Coker, Yasmin Cook and Courtney Taylor back to the floor. Out goes Legonier and Shantiana Tillman. 9-point Carson-Newman lead. It has the first 5 after halftime. Coker's not scored yet. Ferguson right-hand dribble around his screen. Stops, gives it to Cook. Cook drives middle with a left hand. Kicks it back to Knight. She fires a left wing 3 in the air. It goes in and out. Penland had the rebound. Loses it into the hands of Ferguson. Second chance opportunity for the Cobras. Knight, crossover dribble on Rogers, driving inside, bounce it to Taylor. Taylor driving middle, cut off by Sullivan, 7 to shoot. Cook, right-hand dribble, drives inside, bounces it, Taylor, 2, flips it up, left-handed shot, bailout foul with a second on the shot clock. 7:16 to play in the quarter, and Gonzalez bumped into Taylor in the final seconds of the shot clock. Second on Emily. Courtney Taylor to the foul line. The sophomore is 50% this year from the free throw line, and the first one's up, and it rattles around and goes through. 40-32. Next one up and swished in by Taylor. Her first points of the day come from the foul line, and they're Coker's first points of the 3rd. Gonzalez brings it across half court, right-hand dribble. Reversed to Rogers, who gives to Knuckles, who now faces and shoots a jump shot, left it short. Cook rebounds. One-hand pass into the front court for Ferguson. Right-hand dribble, Euro step, flipped up, and it goes in and out. Rogers taps the rebound to herself. Her 5th board, kick it ahead of the pack. Knuckles running right-hand layup, blocked out of bounds, but a foul. Good transition offense. Rogers finds Knuckles, who's fouled by Cadence Walker-Lee underneath. Walker-Lee commits her second, Coker's second of the quarter. And the Lady Eagles bringing in some substitutions as well, as Caroline Hill is the only sub, rather, that will come into the game for Carson-Newman. 40-33, 6:53 to go in the 3rd. Knuckles at the line. First free throw up, good. 13 for Knuckles to lead all scorers. She continues to be a double-figure scoring machine for Carson-Newman in her junior season. Makes both foul shots, and Carson-Newman's lead back to 9. It's the 16th time in 20 games that Nux has gone for 10 or more points. Ferguson right-hand dribble, a bounce pass for Cook right wing. Cook goes between the legs and carried the ball. Her dribble came above her shoulder, and she had to carry it in order to get the ball back to a normal level to dribble. Turnover number 11 by the Cobras. Carson-Newman has the ball, moving right to left. Gonzalez sprints by her defender, driving inside. Gives it to Sullivan. She pump fakes a 3, drives to the basket. Left-hand shot, high off the window, scored in. The Knoxville native has her 10th point, and Carson-Newman leads by double digits for the first time today, 44-33. Knight dribbles and gives to Ferguson on a chest pass at the right wing. She ball fakes and gives it back to Knight. Jab step and a 3 up, short. Offensive rebound, Walker-Lee, a spin move and a flip shot up, no good. Rebound deflected out. Last touched by Carson-Newman, Coker ball. 6:07 to play, and Shantiana Tillman's coming back into the game. Out goes Cadence Walker-Lee, so a shorter lineup here for the Cobras. Nobody taller than Deja Ferguson is out there, and she is listed at 5'8". They inbound it to Ferguson at the elbow. She faces against Knuckles around his screen. Eagles switch on Gonzalez to her after the screen. Bounce past Taylor, give it back to Cook, top of the key. 10 to shoot. Cook gives it to Knight. 8 seconds. Knight gives it to Taylor. 6 seconds. Courtney driving to the basket, puts one up. Hill swipes it away on the way up. And Rogers ends up with the ball and has it poked out. Great individual defense once again. Coker was 9 of 18 in the first quarter. Since the first quarter, the Cobras have gone 4 for 23. Right to left goes Gonzalez to bring it across half court. With the Eagles up 11. Dribble handoff with Sullivan, top of the key. She picks her dribble up and gives to Rogers out front. Keeley gives to Maddie Knuckles, top of the key. Throw it inside, Caroline Hill. Collision at the free throw line. Rogers wide open for a three, and she swishes it in. 47-33, and Tillman is hurt. Her and Sullivan ended up on the ground after the screen as Rogers nails Carson-Newman's 6th three-pointer. If you're watching with us on Flow Sports, it was hard to tell on that initial replay angle what happened underneath, and Tillman is still shaken up. And Melissa DeVore has asked for Coker's athletic trainer to come out and attend to Tillman at the foul line after the collision with Sullivan. 5:24 to go in this third quarter that's been dominated by Carson-Newman. The White Eagles are outscoring Coker 12-2 and have not allowed a field goal by the Cobras in this frame. Tillman was holding her face. We're going to get another look here on our Flow Sports camera, and it looks like Sullivan got barreled over by Cook, and it was either Cook or Sullivan that ended up running into Tillman. It may have taken an elbow to the face. It was inadvertent contact, but the officials are going to the monitor to check the play out. They're going to check out the monitor. Thanks to the officiating crew for stopping by courtside to check out the play. They're going to look for something away from the play that was not observed initially by the officials on the floor. So that'll bring us to a timeout. Carson-Newman's up 14, its biggest lead of the day, with 5:24 to play in the third quarter. We're back for more Lady Eagles hoops after this.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
The officials are still reviewing the play away from the ball after a Keeley Rogers three-pointer. It almost happened at the same time, but the officials were not looking away from the play where Jen Sullivan was setting a ball screen or an away from the play screen to get somebody free. Yasmin Cook ran into Sullivan, but then Tillman took the worst of it. And the officials came over courtside to tell me that they're checking for any contact between 24 white, which is Jennifer Sullivan, and 0 blue, which is Shantiana Tillman. They may find that Yasmin Cook may have ran into Tillman, but I don't suspect anything to come from this. As the official review has come to an end, the official signals over that they will tell us, or tell me, what the official call is, and they're adding 5 seconds as well to the clock. Nothing there, just taking a look at the contact, and we'll just play on. Nothing there. It appeared it was just inadvertent. And at worst, I don't think it was any flagrant fouls or anything, so it was just some inadvertent contact, and Tillman ended up in a wrong spot and took the worst of it. Confirmed by the officials, the no call on the play was correct. There was no foul, just some contact that Tillman took at the foul line, and she was shaken up, and now she is behind the bench being chatted with by Coker's athletic trainer, so that's something to monitor. But the conference's reigning player of the year is just 3 of 14 anyway from the field in this game so far for the Cobras. All right, Coker ball, they're down 14. They've not made a basket after halftime. Taylor fakes a pass, triple threat position, now bounces it for Ferguson at the foul line. Ferguson throws it inside, pass deflected, stolen by Knuckles. Ferguson gets it back. It's loose, and now it's Walker Lee driving inside, lost it. Knuckles there after the steal, and now she's tied up, and the arrow favors Coker. Hectic sequence there. Knuckles grabbed the ball, but it was too low, and she never got it back to her chest and high enough for the Coker defenders to not get to, and they were able to get to it and tie up possession. So Coker ball, they inbound it to Legonier, backing down. Knuckles goes up with a shot and banks it in. 47-35. That's Coker's first field goal after halftime. Gonzalez brings it front court. We're halfway through the third now. Emily, right-hand dribble around his screen set by Knuckles. The roll not there, and they reverse it to Rogers. Keeley dribbles, crosses over inside the arc. Looks back, cutting his Sullivan to the basket. Right-hand layup is flipped in. Jen Sullivan doing some work away from the ball. Goes back door there for the layup. Her 12th point increases Carson-Newman's lead back to 14. 49-35. Knight, the lefty, crossing over at the foul line. One-hand pass, Ferguson, three-pointer in the air. Back iron miss. Knuckles, the excellent box out, and the rebound falls in her lap. Rogers transition. Right-hand dribble, a crossover in the lane. She stops and dribbles to the wing. Picks her dribble up and now gives to Knuckles. Knuckles fakes a pass, now gives to Caroline Hill. Hill, top of the key, a crossover. Between the legs dribble, goes to the basket. Right-hand flip shot, good and one. Great minutes off the bench from Hill. Her fourth basket is an and one opportunity to extend the CN lead to 16. 4:06 to play in the third. Great finish underneath and textbook ball handling moves by Hill to get to the basket. And it'll bring us to a timeout. There's 4 minutes and 6 seconds to play in the third quarter, and we'll take a break from Holt Fieldhouse. Carson-Newman's made its last 4 shots. It's having its way on the offensive end, and it's held Coker to another rough shooting quarter. They've only made 1 of their 9 shots in the frame. It's all Carson-Newman against 14th rated Coker here on the Eagles Sports Network.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Caroline Hill will be at the foul line to try to complete a three-point play with Carson-Newman up by 16 points. If you're just joining us courtside from Holt Fieldhouse, it's been all Carson-Newman since the first quarter of this game. Coker's been outscored 36-14 in the middle quarters and is shooting 5 of 25. Compare that to Carson-Newman's 13 of 25 shooting. Eagles have made 8 more shots, and that's why they're up 22. Hill makes the three-point play complete with the foul shot. She's got 10 points and is one of 4 Lady Eagles in double figures. It's 52-35. 4 to play in the third. Knight dribbles at the right wing with a left hand. Whips a pass in for Legonier at the block. Backing down Knuckles. Pump fakes, goes to the right shoulder, and kisses it in and off the window. Legonier has 10 points and 6 rebounds. Back down to a 15-point game. Rogers quickly the other way. Splits 2 defenders. Hands off Caroline Hill. Left wing 3. Short. Rebound into the hands of Ferguson. She runs with the ball up the floor, dribbling, and gives to Cook, who pump fakes a three. Lost the dribble, gets it back, floats one up, missed it. And we've got a foul going for the rebound. Rogers was out of position and commits her second foul, battling with Legonier. Not a bad foul. It's just Carson-Newman's third team foul of the frame. And so it forces Cougar to inbound from the baseline. They lob it to Legonier, backing down Knuckles again, trying to power through her, puts it up, Knuckles the block, and then swats it off Legonier. Textbook defense by Maddie Knuckles, her fifth block of the contest. Excellent post defense by the junior from Chatsworth, Georgia. Rogers, elbow catch, gives it to Knuckles, who has 14 points on the offensive end. Left-hand dribble, fakes a pass, keeps dribbling and hands off for Gonzalez. In and out dribble, going to the basket, tried to split two and got tied up. The arrow favors Carson-Newman, so they'll keep it with 8 to shoot. Eagles offense has made 4 of its past 5 shots. As Tillman is back on the floor. Good news for head coach Melissa DeVore's team to get their best player on the floor again. So she's been banged up a couple of times in the game. Gonzalez inbounding, right baseline, looks, gives it to Knuckles with 7. Maddie from the baseline gives it to Sullivan, 5 seconds. Jen looks up and realizes it. Crossover dribble around his screen. Sullivan, step back, top of the key, 3, good! The Sullivan bailout 3 extends the lead to 18. Jen's third 3. They're going to look at it at the next potential chance, maybe by the end of the quarter. Foot may have been on the line. Right now it's a 3 as they lob it inside, and Knuckles is calling for a foul. Pushed Legonier in the back. Knuckles commits her second. It's the 4th team foul. None to give now for the final 2:41 for Carson-Newman. Left baseline inbound. Tillman gives it to Legonier at the mid-range in the corner. To Tillman, right-hand dribble into the lane, flips it up, banks it in. Tough shot. 4th field goal on 15 shots for Shantiana Tillman. Carson-Newman quickly the other way. Full court pass to Hill. She steps back, doesn't take the 3, lobs to Knuckles at the baseline. Back to Hill, left wing 3. In the air, it's swished in. Caroline Hill with 13 off the Lady Eagles bench, and the lead extends back to 19. 2:20 and counting. Carson-Newman shooting it well from long distance, 8 of 17. Tillman top of the key. Dribbles, now picks it up, and lobs to Legonier at the elbow, left side. Rips through, backing down Knuckles, tries an up and under, flips it up and missed it. Rebound deflecting around underneath. Legonier ends up with it. Pump fakes, goes up and scores. 12 for Legonier. It's a 17-point game. Carson-Newman quickly the other way. Gonzalez throws it away. Tillman intercepts, and then Rogers fouls. Not a good 10 seconds there. Lady Eagles give up a basket, turn it over, and then foul Tillman, and that's the 5th team foul. I've got 5 team fouls, and they're going to check the scores table here, and it is the 5th team foul. Rogers commits her 3rd, so first Carson-Newman player with 3 fouls. And that'll send Shantiana Tillman to the line for the first time in the game. She is an 82% foul shooter, and the foul line's treated her well. She's taken 110 this year, and the first one is left short. And for those wondering, 110 free throws in 19 games is almost 6 a night. So the Eagles have done a good job defensively, not fouling the reigning player of the year. She missed the first. Second one is in the air, and it's no good. Off to the left. Rebound tipped into the hands of Rogers. Rogers brings it front court and hands to Gonzalez, but it's deflected, and Gonzalez finally gathers. Top of the key dribble. Emily driving inside. Ball fake. Goes up and is fouled. $1:37 to play in the 3rd quarter. Gonzalez is going to the line after a foul on Courtney Taylor, and it's her 4th. First Cobra with 4 fouls now. Subs coming in. Just one, actually. It's Jakia Brunson coming in for Janae Legonier, who's played very well. She has 12 points for the Cobras to lead their team. Gonzalez at the stripe. First free throws up good. She's 6 of 7 from the stripe in the game has 12 points. She is one of 4 players in the game as well in double figures. Second one is in the air, and it is good. Gets the roll, 60-41. Carson-Newman's offense continues to play very well. A struggle in the first quarter, but much like Wednesday night against Tusculum, the offense has found its stride since. Cook, catch and shoot 3. Back iron miss. Rogers another rebound, her 7th. She looks up the floor. She crosses half court. Right hand dribble. Going to the basket. Right hand shot up off the window. And one. Keeley goes coast to coast for the deuce, and a 3-point play opportunity coming as she was fouled by Ferguson. A determined drive by Rogers to extend the lead out to 21. She has 7 points, make it 8. The free throw is swished in. Carson-Newman continues to dominate the middle quarters of the game as the shot clock and the game clock started a little late, and since it continued to run, the officials were good with where it ends up at $1:13. So Coker will have its momentum slowed, and they'll have to inbound to Tillman. Bounce pass to Brunson. She dribbles and gives to Ferguson. Ferguson dribbling middle, spins on Rogers, spins back to the left, fadeaway shot up short. Rogers rebounds, her 8th rebound. Keeley brings the ball up the floor, right hand dribble, crossing over as she brings it inside the arc. Navigates the lane and now skips it out front. Gonzalez. Emily around a Knuckles screen. Knuckles resets the screen as Gonzalez gives it to Rogers. Still 15 to shoot. Rogers, one-hand bounce pass to a back-cutting Sullivan, who lays it up and in from the right block. A Rogers dime, her 5th, and a Sullivan basket, her 17th point. 24-point lead for Carson-Newman here in Holt. Tillman around his screen. Steps back. It's a 7-0 run for the Lady Eagles as Tillman drives inside, flips it up, no, gets her miss. Surrounded and fouled by Sullivan. 24 seconds left in the frame, and Sullivan charged her 2nd foul, and Tillman's going back to the line. Outside of some fouls here down the stretch, Carson-Newman's defense continues to be elite in quarter 3. Coker has made just 4 baskets as Tillman continues to miss free throws. She is 0 of 3. Again, this is an 82% foul shooter that takes 6 per game. Next free throw is on the way, and it's swished in. Ferguson out for Coker. In comes Knight. First time that Tillman has missed more than 2 free throws in a game since going 6 of 10 against Fayetteville State all the way back on November 10th, or November 22nd, rather. That's how rare it is for the reigning player of the year to miss some free throws. 23-point game, shot clock off here to end the third. Eagles up 65-42. Gonzalez dribbling with no pressure near midcourt. 8 seconds. Now she gets into the set. Knuckles sets the pick and roll. They throw it inside. The switch on Knuckles. She spins. Left-hand hook is up short. Taylor the rebound. 1 second. They give it to Cook, and she won't get a shot off as the buzzer sounds to bring the third quarter to a close. Carson-Newman, domination station in the middle quarters of this game. They outscored the Cobras 30-11 in the third, and since the first quarter have outscored Coker 50-21. Back for the 4th frame from Frosty Holt Fieldhouse after this.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeaneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Carson-Newman by 23 as we get set for the start of the 4th quarter here courtside from Holt Fieldhouse. First Bank, Eagle Fans, is the official bank of Carson-Newman Athletics and the only place where you can get a Carson-Newman Eagles debit card. Stop by any First Bank location to get your CN debit card, and then you can show your Eagles pride. Good work by Carson-Newman and Mike Mincy's team here in the middle quarters. We said it going into break, and we'll say it again. It's 50-21 Carson-Newman since the first quarter of this game, and Coker is 8 of 34 shooting from the field, 23.5%, while Carson-Newman is 17 of 31 and above 50%, obviously, from the field in those middle quarters. So not only has Carson-Newman's offense greatly improved from the first, but so has its defense. Everything has improved, obviously, when you're outscoring an opponent by 29 since the first quarter. Taylor, left wing around his screen. Brunson pops open for a left wing three and hits it off the glass first, and Rogers has the rebound tap into her hands, her ninth. Eagles in transition. Sullivan pull-up shot, foul line up, and it's no good. She fell down after the shot, and Coker rebounds. Taylor skip pass front court for Tillman. She drives inside. Hop step in the lane is good and one. Good take there by Shantiana Tillman. Her 11th point and 5th basket. It's an and one opportunity after Jen Sullivan fouled her in transition. First team foul, and the third by Sully. Can Coker put together a fourth quarter rally as Tillman spins in the free throw? 20-point game, 9:30 to go fourth quarter. Gonzalez brings it right to left. Gonzalez inside the arc, cut off by Taylor, trying to back her down, and now skips a pass out front for Rogers. Around a knuckles screen, Keeley navigates it, still dribbling. Has it now outside the arc and hands off for Sullivan. Sullivan driving back to the basket, a miscommunication on the screen. She goes right to the rim for the layup. 19 for the senior guard Sullivan, and the lead back to 22. Cook reverses to Brunson, top of the key. One dribble and a pass to Knight. Kristen Knight gives it to Cook. She pump fakes a three at the head of the key. Drives, pulls up, 12-footer, too strong. Keeley Rogers has double-digit rebounds. That's number 10. Rogers in transition, a right-hand dribble, gives it to the trailing Knuckles. One more, but it's deflected out. Sullivan was wide open for three, but Tillman's activity defensively knocks it out of play. Left side, Caroline Hill. One dribble and a pass to Rogers around a Knuckles screen. Keeley driving baseline cutoff. Between the legs dribble in the corner. Now steps back and picks the dribble up and bounces it to Knuckles. Knuckles turns, gives it to Rogers. One more. Gonzalez pump fakes a three. 5 seconds. Emily to the basket. Right hand flip shot off the window is good. Carson-Newman hits the 70-point mark, the 69-point mark, and leads by 24 on Gonzalez's 15th point. Cook, a jab step, and a three is in the air, and it's short, and Maddie Knuckles collects her 9th rebound. Carson-Newman losing the battle on the glass, but has grabbed a lot of defensive rebounds as Rogers drives inside, flips it up and in, plus the foul. Rogers, another fantastic drive inside, her 10th point. Gives her a double-double and a 3-point play chance coming. Rogers continues, had the mismatch there underneath. The help defense came late, and Rogers finished with ease through the contact. Second career double-double for Keeley, 10 points, 10 rebounds. And she's flirting with a triple-double. She's got 6 assists as well. 8:04 to go in the fourth quarter. Carly Hayworth takes the place of Emily Gonzalez. Mike Mincy's team leads by 26. They're on a 6-0 burst to start the fourth after Tillman's and one basket to start the quarter. Now a 7-0 burst. Carson-Newman shooting 50% here as well. 2 minutes into the fourth, it's 72-45 against 14th rated Coker. Dribble handoff with Tillman out front. A jab step, and she dribbles around the screen, driving right on Knuckles, flips it up, and it misses. Legonier the rebound, but she went over the back, or is there a foul on Carson-Newman? Foul on Carson-Newman, it is Sullivan's 4th. 7:47 left. Sullivan was in a tough position trying to box out Legonier. And we'll get called for a push. Looks like a box out, but maybe after Legonier had the ball, there was a little bit of contact. Coker inbounds, gives it to Ferguson. Wraparound elbow shot is missed, and Rogers there for guess what? Another rebound, number 11. Outlet pass up the sideline for Hayworth, who gives to the trailing Rogers. Rogers skips it right corner. Caroline Hill catch and shoot three. Swish! Have a day, Caroline Hill, her 3rd three. She's got 18, and the lead is 30. Hill a point away from a career high. Dribble handoff with Ferguson. Tillman around his screen. Hesitates, drives, flips one up. Knuckles altered the shot, and Rogers rebounds. Keeley in transition with the Eagles up 30. Rogers drives, goes right corner. Hill, one more. Sullivan drives inside, fires one in. Knuckles the catch, and the right hand reverse layup from the left side. Timeout, Coker. It's all Carson-Newman and Holt. It's a 12-0 run, and the lead balloons to 32. Everything is going the Lady Eagles' way. They're trying to win a 15th straight at home and a 6th straight game this season, and everything's going their way. It's 77-45. 3 minutes and 3 seconds into the fourth quarter. Back for more Lady Eagles hoops at Holt after this.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Carson-Newman's had some great performances over the last several games, but this one might be hard to top some of the other ones you thought. But once again, Carson-Newman continues to play very, very well. Even after a sluggish, low-scoring to its standards first quarter, Carson-Newman's Lady Eagles find themselves up 32 thanks to just some elite offense throughout this contest. All right, Coker ball. They're down 32, just over 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Knight dribbling, head of the key. Once a Legonier screen. Trouble with the screen. Now they give it to Tillman. Throw it inside. Legonier catches, faces, pump fakes a shot, drives on Knuckles, pump fakes, and is fouled. More fouls underneath. Mike Mincy just saying stay straight up. Knuckles charged her third. So you've got three starters. Not that it may matter here in this blowout of a game right now, but it is the third Lady Eagle with 3 fouls as Knuckles commits it. It's a non-shooting foul as well. They're going to say there was contact before the shot, although one official is heading down to the baseline to discuss maybe that it was a shooting foul. The one that called the foul said it was non-shooting. We'll see if that's the clarification or not. It is not. I think maybe Coach DeVore wanted a clarification with things, and that's why there was a quick discussion. Inbound, Legonier catches, goes up and finishes and one through the contact. Count the basket, and Jen Sullivan is fouled out. That's 5 fouls. 30-point game, and Carson-Newman's leading scorer with 19 points fouls out in 29 minutes on the floor. First time in her Carson-Newman career that Jen is fouled out of a game, and it's with 6:33 left in the fourth quarter. So Legonier at the line. She's got 14. Trying to complete the three-point play in. She missed the free throw, and Caroline Hill steps in for the rebound right in front of the foul line. Hill brings it up the floor. It's a 30-point game. Hill. Crossover dribble inside the arc. Hands off for Rogers. Rogers inside the arc. Pulls it back outside the arc. Dribbling at the right wing. Rogers driving baseline. Looks one-handed pass, but Rogers, I think, was out of bounds. Yep, she was out of bounds along the baseline. And it's Carson-Newman's 10th turnover. Well, that turnover category has also benefited Carson-Newman. It committed 7 in the first half, and that's just the third, obviously, after halftime. Knight around a ball screen. They set a down screen for Tillman. She comes up to get the ball at the top of the key, driving right on Hayworth. Gives it to Legonier. A jab step. Pump fakes, now pulls back for a shot from the foul line and makes it. Legonier continues to play well. She's got 16 points and 8 rebounds, and it's a 28-point game. Carly Hayworth fakes a pass, now drives inside the arc. Defense collapses, and she bounces for Madeline Ladd. Ladd to Rogers, back to Hayworth. Hayworth will pull it out. Mike Mincy says, let's slow down, and we'll set something up here. Knuckles going to set a screen. Hayworth around it, steps back, pump fakes the 3. Hands for Rogers with 7. Keeley to the basket, running right-hand shot. High off the window is good. 13 points for Keeley Rogers, and the lead back to 30. Ferguson to the baseline. Back out front to Knight. Knight, left-hand dribble. Reversed left side, Tillman. Tillman driving right, flips it up, and it's no good, but a foul on Carly Hayworth. Mike Mincy again just saying straight up is what he wanted. His defense has fouled 5 times now already in this fourth quarter as Hayworth commits her second. Sybil Penland back in, and Keeley Rogers is going to get a rest. Well-deserved rest. 27 minutes on the floor for the redshirt junior. 13 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. What a performance. Probably her best of the year as Tillman clinks the first free throw, no good. She has missed 4 times at the line. Second one's up, good. 13 for the reigning conference player of the year, and it's a 29-point game, 79-50. Almost halfway through this final frame. Hayworth dribbling out front. Hands off, Sybil Penland right side. Chest pass, Caroline Hill. A couple of dribbles inside the arc. Loses it right into the hands of Hayworth. Carly dribbles, fakes a pass. Fakes again and now gives to Knuckles with 10 along the baseline. Knuckles, skip past Penland. Pump fakes a 3. Gives it to Ladd, 7 seconds. Ladd driving baseline. Stops, flips one up from 4 feet, and it sneaks its way up and through. Madeline Ladd off the bench is into the scoring column on her first field goal attempt, and it's 81-50 Carson-Newman. Tillman around his screen, gives it back to Knight, throw it inside, Legonier backing down Knuckles, a double comes, and she's fouled. Well, the fouls continue to rack up. That's 19 in the game on Carson-Newman. This one on Madeline Ladd is her first. Free throws for Janae Legonier. Quality game for Legonier as she flips the first one up and good. She continues to play well and has been one of the lone bright spots for Melissa DeVore's team here on the road. They played very well early but have not had their way against Carson-Newman's potent, high-powered offense. Both free throws good. Sub coming in for Coker. And it's Cook for Ferguson. Legenauer, by the way, has a new season high in scoring with 18. 81-52, 4:25 to go. Full court pressure by Tillman on Hayworth in the backcourt. Carly crosses over and brings it across the sideline and is fouled by Tillman, second team foul. The whistle's been a little tighter in this second half and fourth quarter. There have been a combined 8 fouls with still 4:18 to play in our fourth quarter. Hill inbounds, far sideline, gets it to Knuckles. Reverse to Sybil Penland. Sybil gives it to Hill. Hill around a Knuckles screen, driving to the basket, shot up and blocked out by Legenauer. Great rejection underneath, and she continues to be the best player for the Cobras in this game. Gonzalez, right wing around his screen. Hill around his screen. Open for 3, top of the key. It's up, it's no good. Offensive rebound tipped into the air by Penland, but Knight is there to collect the miss. Long skip pass in the front court. Hill deflects it away. It's loose, and Maddie Knuckles ends up with it. Outlet pass to Caroline Hill. Hill skips it front court. Hayworth. Less than 4 to play. Hayworth steps into a right wing 3, and she bangs it in. 10 threes for Carson-Newman. The lead is 32. Cook crossing over, drive inside, kick it to Tillman. She pump fakes a 3, met by a second defender, falls down, and travels. No, timeout. Before a travel, the far side official from the sideline was about to put his hands in the air for a turnover, but the official right in front of Coker's bench had a 30-second timeout with 3:32 to play in our final quarter of action. Stick around, Eagle fans, for the Domino's post-game report. We'll have our selection of the premier player of the game. Excellence doesn't happen by accident. the premier team delivers service with pride. Also stick around because we have men's basketball action here from Holt Fieldhouse as well, 25 minutes or so after the conclusion of this game. And then once the Domino's post-game report wraps up from this one, the AUC countdown to tip-off with Adam Cavalier gets you set for that contest for the men, who are coming off a nice win against Tusculum in overtime on Wednesday night. We're up against a Coker team that's winless in league games. Carson-Newman makes a trio of changes. Harmony Sullivan, Delaney Weddington, and Callie McMahon all into the game for the first time for Carson-Newman. Coker still has its 5 out there that are on the floor, that were on the floor previously, with Linda Young into the game as well. Legenauer kicks it out to Young. She pump fakes a 3, drives inside, hangs in the air, high off the window, no. Legenier, the offensive rebound. She goes up and missed it. Rebound loose and tapped out by Carson-Newman. Cook, right wing, or right elbow rather, steps back after one dribble and gives to Young. Young dribbling against Weddington, bounces it for Kristen Knight. A crossover dribble, she steps into a jump shot and swishes it in. 30-point game. McMahon inbounding to Hayworth. 3 to play, it's 84-54. Carson-Newman continues to play like world beaters in this building. Madeline Ladd, one dribble, gets some space. Here's a 3, it's off to the left. And it's rebounded by Legenier, her 10th rebound. She's got a double-double. She dribbles into the front court, down 30. 2:40 to go. Tries to put one up, does, missed it. Offensive rebound, Legenier, and she puts it back up and in. 84-56. Hayworth brings it up the floor. 2:30 to play. Steps into a top-of-the-key 3. It's up. It is no good. Rebound deflects, and it's controlled by Young. Young gives it to Knight. Knight dribbles inside the arc, left elbow shot, no, pump fakes it over McMahon and then throws it away. Madeline Ladd a steal. Ladd dribbles front court, throws it inside. McMahon, bounce pass Weddington, a power dribble, and a right-hand shot up, too strong. Rebound, Coker. Approaching 2 to play, Tillman left side, fires a long 3, it goes in and out. Ladd rebounds. Tillman's 5 of 20. Ladd, one-handed pass, right corner, catch for Sullivan, back to Hayworth. Carly driving inside, ball fake, a shot up, and a foul. Free throws for Hayworth as Yasmin Cook found her. And Carly will go back to the free throw line with $1:50 to play. Cobras are going to bring Taylor and Walker Lee back in, and Legenier and Tillman will exit. They've both played very well, especially Legenier. 20 and 11 for her. Career high. Carly Hayworth at the free throw line for a Carson-Newman offense that continues to be an electric factory. 50% shooting from the field. They're 31 of 62 as Hayworth's first free throw is no good. And that is why the Lady Eagles are up by 29 and have led by as many as 32. Coker led by 7 almost halfway through the second quarter. Taylor drives to the basket, gets blocked at the rim by Weddington or Ladd. It may have been both of them. And Ladd rebounds and brings it front court. Eagles by 29. Ladd to the basket. 7-foot shot is banked in. Madeline Ladd has her second field goal. And 9 minutes on the floor in the lead back to 31. Cook, left wing 3 in the air, is short. Defensive rebound, Callie McMahon. She boxes out and grabs the miss. Outlet pass to Weddington. Right-hand dribble for the freshman. Gives it to another freshman, Harmony Sullivan, but she dropped the ball. Tried to look up to see where she was going to go with the ball. Didn't have it fully secured in her hands. Turnover, Carson-Newman, just the 4th after halftime, and with 70 seconds left, Coker brings it front court down 31. It's going to be a 6th straight win at home against a ranked team for Carson-Newman and a 15th straight at home in this building. As Cook pulls up and swishes in a jump shot, wide open shot. 87-58. Hayworth brings it front court. 50 seconds. 45 seconds. Hayworth around his screen. Bumped, falls over, gets her footing back, spins in the lane, pump fakes, up and under with the left hand, is short. Offensive rebound, Hayworth. Hayworth dribbles into the corner. And we'll reset. That miss puts Carson-Newman back down to exactly 50% from the field. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Harmony Sullivan fakes a pass, gives it back to Carly. 6 seconds. Hayward dribbling. Step back three is in the air. It is short. Rebound, Coker. 15 seconds. Cook approaching half court. Dribbles across half court inside the arc. 10 seconds. Goes to the basket and is fouled with 9.1 to play. $87-58, Yasmin Cook to shoot free throws for what will just matter in determining our final score from Holt Fieldhouse. Cook one dribble, bends the knees, flips it up and in. Carson-Newman's going to win its 25th game against a ranked team since 2008. They beat Wingate in this building by 29. The spread right now is 28. They beat Coker last year when they were ranked 13th by 21 in this building. As Cook makes the second, and Carson-Newman doesn't even need to get it across half court to dribble out. A 15th straight home victory and a 6th straight win this season. Head coach Mike Mincy's got a 6th straight win at home over a ranked team, and they crush Coker 87-60. Domination station for the Lady Eagles from the second quarter on. They outscored the Cobras 72-39 after the first quarter. Elite work for the Lady Eagles in the final 30 minutes to improve to 16-4 and 12-2 in the league. They're 8-0 at home, and they've won 15 straight to maintain the fourth longest active home winning streak in Division II women's basketball. Domino's post-game report breaks it all down after these messages along the Eagle Sports Network.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
The game's over, but we're just getting warmed up. The Domino's postgame report starts in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's postgame report on the Eagle Sports Network.
Left wing Rutherford three up and kaboom! Tori Rutherford.
Your stats breakdown. A conversation with Mike Mincy, presented by Modern Woodman Financial Planning, plus the selection of the AEC Electrifying Play and the Premier Building Maintenance Player of the Game are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By First Bank, the official banking partner of Carson-Newman Athletics. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By Fresh Ideas, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By Food City, value every day. By Premier Building Maintenance, delivering service with pride. By Trilite, dream big with gig. By Modern Woodman Financial Planning, touching lives and securing futures. By the Mossy Creek Roasting Company, family-owned and operated, coffee fueling the Burt Tarr Stadium Press Box. And by the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Lady Eagles, Andrew Rogers.
We welcome you back courtside to Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman continues to play elite basketball, win 15 in a row at home for Mike Mincy's team. A sixth straight win this year, a sixth straight in conference play, and a sixth straight over a ranked team. All because of an 87-60 final in favor of Carson-Newman. After a strong final three quarters, they outscored the Cobras 72-39 over the final three frames to collect a 27-point victory. This is the Domino's postgame report, Eagle fans. Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. When you're hungry, you can reach for Domino's by using your Carson-Newman ID. You can get $5.99 off, or you can get 25% off your order if you bring in your business card at lunch. Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The main theme from quarter one and on was two things. Carson-Newman started making all of its shots and played great offensively, and Coker did not make its shots after the first quarter. Cobras were great in the first quarter, 50%, but get nowhere near that over the final three quarters of play. In fact, we're held to 21 combined points in the second and third quarters after having 21 total in the first quarter. Carson-Newman put together a complete performance over the final three quarters to collect a blowout win over 14th-rated Coker, 87-60. Today's AEC electrifying play of the game is a Keeley Rogers and one field goal with 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. It helped extend the lead out to 26. It was part of a 12-0 run that put away the Cobras early in the fourth quarter, and it also gave Keeley her second career double-double and her first of the season. So Keeley's and one basket 2 minutes into the fourth quarter is today's AEC electrifying play of the game. AEC, after all, you're not just a utility customer, you are a co-op member. Rogers is also part of our premier player of the game. She's tonight's premier player of the game with 13 points and 12 rebounds and 7 assists and a steal and a block. Hard to give this one out today, but Rogers' first double-double of the year and second of her career earns her Premier Player of the Game honors, tying her season high, one shy of her career high in scoring as well. She is today's Premier Player of the Game. Excellence doesn't happen by accident. The Premier team delivers service with pride. It was so difficult to hand out because of what Maddie Knuckles did all over the floor today. 16 points for the junior from Chatsworth, Georgia, 6 of 11 shooting. Came a rebound away from her first career double-double. Blocked 6 shots and had 3 steals. That's why I said she was all over the floor in this game. A new season high in blocks for Knuckles with 6 to go along with 3 steals and 2 assists. Jen Sullivan quietly had another great performance. And I say quietly because of what the others did in many areas of this game. But Jen was still fantastic. Led the team in scoring with 19 and made 8 of her 13 shots, including 3 triples. Emily Gonzalez also did her thing, made 7 free throws, part of her 15-point day, and had 4 assists to just 2 turnovers to help Carson-Newman shoot 49% and score 87 points. And for what Carson-Newman's done in the month of January, 87 is somewhat of a lower number. They're averaging 93 a game in January. They only end up with 87, but it's still a quality offensive day after a struggling first quarter. Shantiana Tillman, the reigning player of the year in the conference, had a rough go for it. 5 of 20 shooting, and Carson kept her off the line for the most part. It was Janae Legonier that provided Coker's offense in this game. She went for 20 and 11, 20 points, 11 rebounds, part of a career day for her, made 8 of her 14 shots as well. Coker turned it over 14 times and made just 1 of 14 threes. And they made their first 3 and went on to miss their next 13, part of a day where they shoot 33% compared to Carson-Newman's 49%. That was the big discrepancy. Remember, Coker was the best defensive team at defending the 3 coming in, and Carson-Newman made 10 against Coker's elite three-point defense and also shot 49%, one of the higher marks by an opposing team this season. It's an 87-60 final here at Holt Fieldhouse. We'll take you around the South Atlantic Conference, update you on Carson-Newman baseball's second game of the day, and get you set for Carson-Newman men's basketball's contest with Coker, all after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Protect your home from unwanted electrical surges. AEC can install a surge protection device at your electric meter. The device works by diverting excess energy toward the ground through the ground wire. AEC also offers surge devices for inside your home to defend against possible voltage spikes that could damage your electronics, appliances, or equipment. This service is affordable and dependable. Order today and enjoy no connection fee. AEC, we power what matters most.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
More player interviews and stats come your way in 60 seconds when the Domino's postgame report continues on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Carson-Newman wins a 6th straight game and a 15th straight at Holt Fieldhouse by defeating Coker 87-60. Time to take you through the South Atlantic Conference today. It is a final at LMU. They win 71-38 over Catawba at home. LR defeated Emory and Henry by scoring 120 points in a 50-point win. On the road, Wingate goes to Tusculum and wins 68-60, as does Anderson. They defeat Mars Hill 81-68. And the only other game will start at 4 o'clock just now, actually, UVA-wise, against Newberry. On the baseball side, Carson-Newman baseball scored 5 runs in the final 2 innings to defeat Charleston 9-4. And they're up 2-0 in the second game of the doubleheader. That's a 7-inning affair. 2-0 Eagles on 6 hits. Colton Kaysen has pitched 4 scoreless innings in his first start of his sophomore season as Carson-Newman tries to go for a doubleheader sweep on a very chilly day in Jefferson City. Charleston and the Eagles battling in the bottom of the 4th inning over at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Carson-Newman wins its 6th straight game. They're 16-4, 12-2 in the league, and Coker drops to 16-4 and 11-3 in the league. And with Lenore Rhine winning, it's Carson-Newman and Lenore Rhine now tied for first place in the league. It's time to get you set for Carson-Newman men's basketball's contest. Fresh off an overtime win, they match up with a winless Coker team in league play. Adam Cavalier gets you set for that matchup with the AEC countdown to tip-off after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We